Terran Arnold over at Bama. When you played him, did you guys ever go at it a little bit, or how was that challenge?
No, we really wasn't talking too much, but he'll ask me a couple questions though, but that's about it.
Oh yeah,
he very talkative though. I heard him talking to a few of our guys on the team for sure.
What would he ask you? Like, what type of questions?
Yeah, he'll be like, how's my little brother? Because my little brother went to Bama, he transferred. He'll ask about him and stuff like that.
From what you've heard from all your teammates, what have you thought of the new coaching staff? Just Levy, all the new guys there in Starkville, if you've heard from people there at all.
Oh yeah, yes. I've been hearing from all week, especially Coach Bump. We've been in contact for ever since I got to Miami to train at Pete Burrito. So yeah, we stayed in touch throughout the whole process.
What do they think of all the new staff at Starkville?
Me?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I met all of them. They all pretty good, especially Coach Levy. I met with him before I made my decision, and we had a great talk.
How was that meeting with him? Kind of, did you already have your mind made up about making your decision, or kind of what was the final factor there?
I mean, it was kind of already made up, but then again, I was second guessing because we talked for like 30 or 40 minutes in his office. So yeah, we had a great time.
What made you second guess?
Because he's just a great guy, you know. Especially if you get to know him, and he all about the players. Yeah, he was phenomenal for real.
Tulu, what year of your career would you say you made your biggest jump, and what were the improvements you made in that year, and what kind of went into that?
I'd say 2021, and my biggest jump was 2023 this past year for sure. Especially because I was playing on the outside, and last year I played on the inside, so it was a great transaction for me.
Was there anything special you did in the offseason before that year, or was it just kind of everything coming together for you?
I mean, it was kind of both, but in the offseason, me and Will, we was working like 3 days a week, 4 days a week, running around and getting plays down and stuff like that. So I think they benefited us really well.
What catalyzed that change from? Did you say from the outside to the inside?
Yes.
What was that? Something that you came to the coaching staff and said, "This is something I want to do," or is that something they came to you about?
Now they just came to me about it, especially with the air raid. When we was there for like the first 3 years with Mike Lynch. I was on the outside with the air raid. Then when Coach Bombay came in with the post office, they moved me to inside.
I was gonna ask about what specific differences did you notice from playing both over your time in Mississippi State?
With the air raid, it really was like you reading a defense. It's not like just running just a full slant, but in a post offense, you just run a full slant. You don't run the defense. So it was very well. It went very well.
And it's obviously in the name, but do you feel like that better prepares you for what the next level is going to bring?
Yeah, it's most definitely, because I got a taste of both of them, and I still know all of them quite pretty well. So it's been very well.
Have you heard from NFL teams? Do they project you playing more on the slot or on the boundary?
They've been telling me the slot.
Oh yeah, I mean. Who in NFL history would you want to be paired with to create the dream wide receiver duo?
To my all time or active?
All time.
I'd say Tavon Austin.
Sure. Who do you feel like is your player comp and why?
All time? I'd say DeAnthony Thomas for sure.
Why?
Because he fast. He know how to use his speed too. And he can see the game very well.
And then you're doing a lot to prepare for Madden. What do you think your rating should be?
I'd say a 99 for sure.
You think you're going to be a 99 overall?
I hope so.
All right. Thank you.
What are some areas of your game that you've been working on improving as you prepare for the NFL?
I've been working on my route running for sure. Ever since I made my decision to come to the NFL, I've been working on it. Well, yeah, I've been working on it majority of the time for sure.
Tulu, this is a very random question, but you did just mention Tavon Austin as someone you'd like to be paired with. Does that stem from how old were you when the well-known highlight reel of Tavon Austin came out?
West Virginia?
Yeah.
I think I was like 11 or 12, I think.
Okay, and what kind of impact did that have on your life?
I don't know, because in the yard, we always used to play football, and I always used to be faster than everybody. And I always just run around and say, Tavon off, this and that. But, yeah, it'll be a dream to play with him for sure.
And then was D'Anthony Thomas similar? Because I know he was from that same era of college football. Did he have a similar inspiration on your game?
Very, very.
Have you met with Tampa Bay this week?
No, sir.
Have you met with Dallas?
Yes, sir.
Was that a formal or informal?
Informal.
What do you think about the franchise and being there for the Shrine Bowl? What do you think about the facilities and everything?
Oh, the Shrine Bowl went really well because I had a great experience, and especially with the NFL coach that was coaching us. I learned a whole lot. It was very well.
Do you think your special teams ability is something that can kind of add an added layer to your game to the next level?
Yes, sir, for sure. Especially with punt return, everybody wanted to see me catch punts, so I definitely catch some at my pro day, and they know the kick return, so I know the kick return and the punt return don't come in very handy for sure.
Hey, coach, let you call one play. What are you calling and why?
It depends on what the down is.
First down, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, I'll probably call an inside fade for sure.
Okay, does it change if you're in the red zone?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
What have you learned about yourself during this whole process for you?
What I learned about myself?
Yeah.
It was a great transaction for me because coming from Mississippi State, they was telling us all about this, but you don't really know until you experience it. So it was a great experience for me, especially right now as we speak.
What do you want NFL teams to know about you as a person and as a teammate off the field?
Off the field, I'm a family man for sure, and I do a lot of stuff for the community. So I'm not stingy with nothing that I do, and I love people that's around me. So yeah.
Have you met with the Browns yet this week?
Yes, sir.
Was that informal?
Yes, sir.
Tulu, just about yourself as a prospect, where do you see yourself? How would you say you're different right now than the person that got to Mississippi State, both on the field and off the field as well?
Since 2020?
Yeah.
My first year? I say 2020. I came in as a kid, didn't really know what was going on really too much. But as the years went on, Mississippi State helped me to become a better father, a better person. Yeah, it was a great experience. I'm really glad I went to Mississippi State.
And then, if you were to put together a scouting report on yourself, what are some things that you'd write down both for strengths as well as weaknesses or areas of improvement right now?
I say my strengths is speed and strong hands. I say my weakness is route running and that's about all I've put.
Who's next at Mississippi State? Who are you excited to see take that next step next year?
I say Justin Robinson for sure, Jordan Mosley. I say the sophomore quarterback that's coming up, Chris Parson, and it's a few guys on defense too.
What stands out about Justin?
Justin Robinson.
Yeah, you said him first.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He know how to use his size. So we was all talking about it last year. I guess he was transitioning it over, but I think he's gonna get it this year for sure.
Who's the toughest guy you saw in practice every day?
Me.
All right, what about that you have to go up against?
Defense, offense.
On defense.
Booker Watson.
What about Boogie?
Yeah, he's a very tough guy. He's relentless, and I always admire Boogie Watson because he always told you what you needed to hear, not what you wanted to hear. For sure.
Who was the toughest guy you saw in the game that you had to match up with?
I say Makai Moore.
Why Makai?
Because he's always taking the sound, and I always tried to go off his move, but he was just waiting on my move. So yeah, he was a very tough person to play against for sure.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Tulu, who has the worst facilities in the SEC, and why is it Vanderbilt?
I don't know. We ain't played Vanderbilt in about 2 or 3 years.
Been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
What are you eating during the week to keep that playing weight up?
It's just different stuff that they give us, but mostly like baked chicken or rice or stuff like that.
You get any cheat days?
No, sir.
All right. So how does your route tree change when you move from the outside to the inside in more of a compressed formation?
You talking? Yeah. I mean, it changed really well because like in the airway we just had like 8 or 9 routes, and then we switched to the pro style, and I moved to the inside, and we had more double moves and option routes and stuff like that. So it transitioned very well, especially in the offseason.
Do you like having that flexibility, being able to, on the option routes, being able to kind of call your own shot a little bit more?
Oh, yes, sir. Especially if it's man coverage or something like that. Oh, my God.
All right, so when you're going in motion, what are you looking for from the opposing defense?
I'm looking for him to run with me, for sure.
Sorry if you already been asked this, but what's the origin of the nickname and who gave it to you?
My nickname came from my childhood. Like, I think I was like 10 or 9 or 10. We used to play football in the yard a lot. And one of my friends, they was always call me like Tulu, but they shortened it down to Tulu, and we just went with it ever since then.
Tulu, man, you talked about being, liking to run the option routes and being able to work inside. That shows a really high IQ. Is there anything that you do as far as like watching tape or working with the quarterback and the coach to hone that skill?
Yes, sir. Especially with the quarterback, you got to have a great relationship with your quarterback before you do anything up. So me and Will, we always come through on the off season, like 3 or 4 days out of a week. We'll be working on all type of different routes. We'll start there for at least 45 to an hour. So we'll get everything down packed so we can transition it over to the game for sure.
And is there anybody that you feel like, man, if I was paired with that guy, whether he's outside or inside, he'll accentuate my game?
You talking about in college?
Or NFL?
I say college, Xavier Thomas. We already had that. College, I'd say Tavon Austin or DeAnthony Thomas for sure.
Any questions this week you weren't expecting?
No, sir.
Tulu, coming out of high school, you were a 3-star recruit, I believe, correct?
4-star.
Oh, you're a 4-star? Well, that's awkward. Well, for guys who maybe weren't on the 5-star level, weren't thought of as highly as some others, what's your advice to them to be able to get to where you are right now?
My advice to them is just keep pushing, man. Just don't give up on your dream, and just enjoy what you do, and especially if it's something that you love. And it don't take too much time just to become where I'm at. So you just have to have hard work and dedication, and you'll get there some way. Just stay prayed up for sure.
Which quarterback would you take first overall?
And this year's draft?
This year's draft.
I say Jake Daniels for sure.
Tulu, every year the number of women who watch football is growing. Are there strong women in your life that have encouraged you and helped you on your football journey?
Yes, my mom for sure. She was always hard on me about it. Especially when I was younger, I didn't really know it. I didn't really understand football when I was 10 years old, but she wanted me to play pee-wee football, and I'm like, what is that? And I was already like 50 pounds, so I didn't want to play that. But she put me into it, and ever since then it just took off from there.
How has she helped you through this pre-draft process?
She just been sending me prayers, and she'll call me, she'll pray for me at night, and I tell her to send some encouraging words, and she'll do that for me. I always admire those.
Oh yeah, speed's something you can't teach. So.